Hey guys, how's it going? This is David from ConMenRDW here, and I'm at Anime Magic 2023, and I have the awesome pleasure to be talking to Zeno Robinson.
Hello.
Voice actor for many characters that I love personally, not even humble bragging right here, bro. You do so many characters I love, bro.
Oh,
It is
thank you.
such an honor to be talking to you right now,
It's
bro.
an honor to be talking to you. No, thank you.
He does the voice for many characters as Hawks from My Hero Academia, Go from Pokemon Journeys, DJ from Street Fighter 6, my main.
Yeah?
My main.
Nice.
Akira Tendo from Zom 100, very recent. Also have Omar, Craig of the Creek, Green
Yeah.
Poncho,
Yeah.
my guy, let's go. And also a whole bunch of other characters. Also freaking Remy from Big City Greens. And another one, Hunter, Owl House.
Owl House. People like that guy.
Yeah, big Disney presence.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So actually I want to talk about that really quickly in terms of the voices that you do for a lot of like younger characters. How did you go about like getting your voice to get that like hit those higher like octaves for like those younger characters that you usually do?
I don't know. The voice just I ask it
Just
to
comes
do it,
out, man.
and God says sure. Remy was a character I didn't even know was in my range until I started doing it.
Yeah.
Hunter too. Hunter was a shot in the dark audition that it came my way, and I looked at the picture and I said he probably sounds kind of like this, and I just went for it, and then it's just all is the same thing, like, and then they're like, okay, now you have to yell, and you're like, well, what does this voice sound like yelling? And
And then you just try
ask
not
it.
to break your vocal cords when you do
Or
those, yeah.
sometimes they just have to break. Sometimes they just gotta break. Sometimes as long as you take care of them.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that. You take care of your vocal cords, everyone.
Drink lots of tea.
And water, and I have so many solutions and things at home.
Definitely.
But yeah, like sometimes you just gotta like let it fly.
Yeah. So really quickly, I actually want to talk about specifically Go from Pokemon. There's a couple other Pokemon voice actors here, like your Go, and then also
Alejandro.
Leon. Leon's voice actors here too. But specifically, I want to talk about how crazy it must have been, right, to be casted as who was basically Ash's last partner.
Yeah.
In his run.
Yeah.
So how did that feel like?
I didn't know. Everybody. Well, so when I auditioned for Go, So it's so interesting. I auditioned for characters to audition for other characters. So like when they asked me to come in for Pokemon, I thought, no way I'm gonna voice Go. They might pick a woman or somebody with a higher voice than mine. And so I was like, but maybe I could play Hop, like whenever Hop shows up, if Hop shows up, because I really wanted to play Hop.
Yeah.
But then I booked Go, and I was like, even better. And
it worked out because Go ended up being like the partner.
Yeah.
character.
And then Hop showed up like at the end. But it was cool because Hop got to be played by AJ, and then Iris was Anaris. So it was like me, AJ, and Anaris were like finally all sharing a screen in Pokemon, which was like big victory for us. So, but yeah, like halfway through maybe the show, people were like, oh, maybe Go's gonna get a spin-off, maybe Go might be the main character.
He was like having his own little journey going on
with like the Mew
series,
and like catching Mew and like Project Mew and things like that. So like it looked like, oh, maybe like this will turn into like a Project Mew spin-off with Go, and then Ash will get to do his own thing on another show. Well, we didn't find out maybe until everybody else found out that like
this was the end of
Ash arc. Ash's journey was he was going to get another season, like kind of wrapping up his story, but like Ash is world champion, and there's kind of that's his journey. So I was pretty honored because Pokemon was like one of the first things I ever watched. So like it was one of the first animes I ever like fell in love with. So it was kind of cool getting to close out that journey with Ash.
Yeah. So like so basically, you took the role, and then as things were going, then you were like, oh, this is the last of it. That's crazy. Okay, awesome. That's really cool. Because like everyone knows that world champion, that was on ESPN. That's how big of a deal it was.
Ash finally got to be world champion. It was crazy.
That's really awesome. That's so cool. And then also, like I said, loved Pokemon Journeys. Great series. Loved Go as a character. Thank you.
Did
a really good job.
Yeah, he was fun.
Cool.
It didn't register that I like wasn't gonna play Go anymore for a while. Like at first I was just like, okay, that's done, and like I have other work, so I was just working, and then I think something happened, and I saw a picture of Go, and I was like, oh man, like I'm not gonna play him no more. Yeah, like I really like 3 years was this kid. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said earlier, you also voice DJ from Street Fighter, which is amazing. That, like I said, my main, my guy, Street Fighter 4 DJ. Like I started playing Street Fighter in Street Fighter 4, and DJ was a really cool character. I don't use a lot of charge characters, but Street Fighter 6 is definitely the game right now.
Yeah.
And I saw DJ was coming back. He looks great.
Yeah.
And yeah. So how was that going through getting the role of DJ and also like just hitting that jolliness of DJ?
That was their biggest note. It was like I think because very similar to Go, I auditioned for DJ to eventually play Sean because he's like my favorite character.
Yes.
In Street Fighter 3. So they asked me to do a callback. They're like, "Can you be more happy?" And I knew when I saw the art, I was like, "This is DJ." They changed him completely. And so he just has this big smile. So I had to try to do every line with that big smile, you know, and he's like also musical, so it's like how much of that can I incorporate into everything, you know? And then I have of course, as always, we have the Japanese actor to sort of play off of, but I wanted to veer a little bit away from the Seiyu a bit, but the Seiyu had this kind of fun, this funness about it that I wanted to kind of emulate as well in the performance.
For sure. So you said you wanted to be Sean initially from Street Fighter Third Strike. So you have a history with Street Fighter, definitely.
Of course, 100%.
Like who was one of your mains? Sean, of course.
Yeah, Sean was in 3. 4 was Ryu or Sakura. I think Sakura is my personal favorite.
Nice.
Her Shoryuken is crazy. I hope she comes back too. And I would go back and forth with my homeboy Daryl. Like it was like if he picked Ken, I'll pick Ryu, and if he picked Juri, I will pick Sakura, or vice versa. So like that was kind of our back and forth. I didn't play too much of 5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of people's situation.
Yeah.
We didn't play a lot of 5, but we're back.
5 felt a little slow, so I was like, I liked the fast pacedness of 4.
Yeah.
And sort of the more like the art style of 4. And in 6, I really want to get good with Kimberly. So. Yeah.
But I definitely love like the amount of culture personally. Like there are certain things where I'm like, that's a black game. Street Fighter 6, that's a black game.
Street Fighter 3 was all rap music, and the announcer was black, right? The announcer was black. Yeah, that. What does he say?
All right, that's cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, yeah, that's what's up, or like, yeah, that's dope. You know, it's all Street Fighter 3 especially.
And also just DJ's redesign, he looks really good.
Right.
But also. Me and my camera guy, we're just like DJ's character bio, likes,
hollering. Yeah. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Great. But yeah, that's really cool. And then also, as mentioned before, you also voiced Hawks in My Hero Academia. And one thing I really actually want to talk to you about this, little on more of like a serious note here. At least in recent days, things that either like cosplayers, voice actors, other people in media have been dealing with is being like black and being a voice actor for characters that aren't traditionally black characters.
Right.
I remember seeing when it got revealed that you were voicing Hawks, people had all sorts of random stuff to say, right?
Yeah.
Or even like the one who voices Nagatoro and stuff like that.
Oh God, that was bad.
Yeah. But how did you deal with that personally in terms of like, because for one, Hawks' voice is fucking clean.
Thank you.
Dope voice.
Thank you.
He's the coolest sounding dude, as he should be.
I appreciate it.
But then when people are like, oh, he's black. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you deal with that personally?
I think women get it worse than I do, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Like Nagatoro and even Aneris and Mirko, it's women get it worse. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about in the community. So I often find myself actually having to sort of like defend them and step up and protect them publicly in front of everyone, because I didn't face a lot. Like Hawks, sometimes I would get one or two things here, which is more so like, oh well, how if this actor can't play this black person, then how come Zeno gets to play Hawks, right? They always want to pull me playing Hawks to justify their like why their skewed thought on why somebody should play somebody, and that's not how that works. And like I spend a lot of my time trying to get people who refuse to understand why there's a difference. So yeah, I knew going into it, like when I was cast as Hawks, that I think is a sad thing. Like I was like, well, you got to prepare for the racism because you know it's coming, right? So it's like, but I find a strange, like now that I get other roles and things like that, and like luckily the people who I work for are progressive enough to like cast me in things because of my art, right? Because of how good I am at my job. But now it's like I hope I'm in all of your favorite things. If you're a racist,
just to like,
I hope
yeah.
I'm your favorite character, and I hope everyone else loves it. You know, like I think like there's a benefit to diverse casting. You know, there's a benefit to, but it was never about just let black people play black people. It was never about that. It was about let black people audition, because black people aren't getting auditions. Like it was always about that from the beginning. It was like, we're not here to like take all the roles or to like like somebody accused me of weaponizing my race to get roles, and I said, sir, I'm black. It does not work that way. It works the opposite. For a long time I wasn't getting auditions unless they were black people.
You have to work hard.
You know, I have to work hard, and if I don't do well, it's an example of why we shouldn't hire black people, right? If I don't I don't want to say outact, but if I don't like go above and beyond and be exceptional, right? I don't have the luxury of being a mediocre voice actor, because
the double-edged type of situation.
Yeah, it's like to me, the anxiety for me, it may not be how people feel or my employers feel, but for me, it's like if I'm not exceptional, it'll be another reason why they won't want to take a risk on me as a black actor, because I can't produce mediocre work, you know, because then I won't get hired, you know.
But hey, I just want to let you know, as a viewer, your voice is fucking clean.
I appreciate it. And I work very hard. I appreciate it.
For sure.
And
then you get to be in awesome places like this, talking to people like you.
Yeah.
It's so great.
It's so cool.
You're here.
I know. I don't
see your name in more things.
Thank you. There will be more. There will be more.
There will be more.
There will be, actually. So it's really exciting, because I never got to see a lot of people who look like me in this space. So I knew it was like, oh, if I have to deal with a little racism in order to help this gets seen on a wider scale, that's
the toll.
That's fine. Yeah. And it's just like, racists are gonna be racist. You know, nobody ever says, hey, how come this actor gets to play all these things, or how come this actor gets to play this Japanese character? It's only when I do it that they're like, well, you can't play this guy because he's Japanese, so shouldn't you give up your role for an Asian actor? It's like, you wouldn't ask any other of my peers would they do that. You don't ask any other of my peers why do they play XYZ. You just love their work.
But he's gonna keep doing his thing.
Yes,
he's gonna keep doing it great. You understand?
You can continue to cry about it if you're a racist.
Cry about it.
Especially if you're a racist. I'm coming for your favorite character.
But hey, Zeno, it was so great.
Thank you.
To get to talk to you here at Anime Magic.
Thank you.
It's only day one.
Day one.
And also, there's going to be a Street Fighter 6 tournament.
Yes, I think I will be there.
DJ.
Hopefully the DJ main wins.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be icing on the cake.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Again, really great to talk to you here.
Nice to talk to you.
I actually have a Street Fighter 6 poster. If you would be so gracious to sign it for me.
Of course, absolutely.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, no problem.
Again, this is David from ConMenRDW here with Zeno, Anime Magic. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Peace. Bye.